Okay, so here's a tutorial on how to complete a thought shower based on your design challenge. So first off, when you start a thought shower, you need to write the center of what you are analysing. So in our case, it will be the design challenge. Okay, so you can use blue or black ink, or you can use a variety of colours to make it more presentable. So there is our centre, the design challenge. Okay, now using your keywords that you did from the design brief, we're now going to analyse these into more detail. So the example that I used was minimal materials. Okay, so that's one of our keywords. So we're going to look at minimal materials. So that comes out of the design challenge. So minimal materials means, just you don't want to use that many different materials. So a good starting point would be to list the different materials you could make your product out of. Okay, so you could make a toy out of plastic. You could make your toy out of bamboo. You could make it out of, cloth. Or, because it's a wooden toy company, we can make our product out of wood. Okay, I know that it's a bit fuzzy, so you can't read exactly what I'm writing, but you can follow along and add your own ideas. Don't forget that these different materials are coming off your section that says minimal materials. So I'm going to focus more on wood, okay, because we are doing it for a wooden toy company. Now wood splits off into two different types. You've got hardwood and you've got softwood. Now softwood is more sustainable, which I'll go into more detail during the wood theory lesson. And hardwood is more durable, which means it will last longer. You could then go off the softwood and the hardwood by naming the different types of hardwood and softwood that you can get. So I'm going to add oak and red grandis for hardwood, and fir and pine for softwood. Please use Google or Bing to search different types of wood so you can add and expand this further. Bumping back to our other ones, cloth might not be suitable for a boat, or at least one with a simple moving part. So I'm going to put simple moving part question mark, and then what, a zip. A zip is at the moment all I can think of. That would be a moving part if we made it out of cloth. Plastic, so again you can label different types of plastic. So I've put acrylic, and I'm just going to put hard plastic. And I'm also going to do, is it sustainable? Is plastic sustainable? Question mark. Yeah, and those three will all come off the plastic bubble. Okay, but you're welcome to explore this further. So I'll just quickly bring this to the camera so you can see what has been done. So you can grab the wood ones from the PowerPoint, but here is the extra ones. You've got cloth. I know it's still gone a bit fuzzy because it's fisheye. Right, moving on to other keywords. So an important one that you will need to look at is, and you will need to include on all your pieces of work, is target market. Okay, so target market, what a target market is, it is like the demographic, the age range, or the type of people that your product is aimed at. So thinking back to the design brief, like what did it say in the design brief that our target market, or what our product, who the product was for? Yeah, if you thought that, then you're correct. It is young children. So coming off our target market would be young children, and possibly even the parents of young children, because they are going to be buying this product for their children. Okay, so target market, and then our two bubbles, young children and parents of young children. So, exploring young children further, what do they like? Yeah, so they like toys, games, maybe what type of young children, so what's like the age range? Are you going to do it for so like toddler age, so 1 to 3, or are we going to go a bit higher and say like 4 to 7? You could even go higher than that. I think young children would be anything up to high school age. Yeah, so I might even do a third category, 8 till 11. Okay, so they all come off young children. Got toys and games. So with the different age ranges, you could always explore this further by maybe looking into what toys they like to play with. So like toddler age, you want it to be bigger. Yeah, you don't want choking hazards. So no choking hazards. You want it to be more durable. And you want to make sure that your material is suitable. So a big thing in the parenting world at the moment is BPA free. You don't have to understand it, but you can include it. You know, age range is 4 to 7. You know, you could deal with slightly smaller parts. Not so much worry on choking hazards, but even with the 4 to 7 age range, they can still choke on popcorn, so you want to be a bit careful with that one. Age 8 to 11, you could probably have smaller parts involved, smaller parts, more or less movement. Probably want it to be more interactive. Like 1 to 3, they're not going to care as long as it does something. Yeah, maybe a noise. You don't have to write what I've written down, like you can choose your own thing. The point of a thought shower is to go into detail about these keywords. So for you guys at home, I want you to look at the different materials that you could use, but make sure that you include wood in that, since it's going to be for a wooden toy company. And you especially need to look at your target market. So in your design brief, it's young children or even the parents of young children. So you want to look at the safety of it, maybe under parents, so you've got the safety. So are there any choking hazards? I know I keep saying that, but it's a big thing, guys. Is it smooth? You don't want splinters to harm your child. You don't want anything to come off. And you want to make sure that it's easy to use, either for the parents or for the child. You can explore toys further. You know, what toys do you like to play with? I mean, really, you want to focus on boats because that's what we're going to be making. So you could look at the different types of boats. and what features it might include. You could even go back into the materials if you really wanted to. The last one I definitely want you to include, but you're more than welcome to add any of the other ones, is a high quality finish. Okay, so high quality would probably be your bubble, your square, and then you can separate these into finish and manufacture. So manufacture means making, but using machines. Okay, so really what you're looking at is the making process and the finish. How are you going to make sure that while you're making it, it's going to be high quality, and that the overall finish is high quality? Granted, I know that you haven't done this subject before, and this is completely new to you, so you're welcome to use your imaginations on this. You're just going to explore it further. There will be an exemplar on the next slide with these things, with all this stuff on it, but I want you to add your own as well. So under finish, high quality finish, you want it to be smooth, you want it to be aesthetically pleasing, which in essence means looks nice. Yeah, you're selling a product to parents and children, you want to make sure that they want to buy it, so you want to make sure that it looks nice. So one way to do this is you could put like a wax, you could paint it, or you could put a varnish on it, such as Danish oil. Yeah, so with paint, you can explore the different colours or patterns. So are you going to do block colour, do a pattern, and you can really explore like how you might decorate your Navy Battleship toy to attract a buyer. Yeah, smooth edges, so no splinters. This goes back into the safety aspect. So Danish oil is BPA free. Smooth edges, no splinters. It feels nice and it's safe. It's suitable. Feels nice and suitable for target market. Okay, so you're welcome to add to the high quality finish as much as you want. If you want to look into the manufacture, so how can you make it high quality to begin with? So first off, you want to cut, like when you cut your lines, when you cut your wood, you want to make sure that you've got straight cut lines. You can do this by using your equipment. Safely and correctly. Yeah. Again, smooth edges. Smooth, but really you want to put smooth down edges. Yeah, and you can do this with a piece of equipment called a band face. Oh, wrong colour. Band face, or even just sandpaper. Make sure you don't forget your arrows, otherwise it gets a bit more confusing, like kind of happened here. And another thing with manufacture would be clean cut holes. So you will be using a machine called a pillar drill. Sorry, excuse me. Clean cut holes. So you use this clean cut holes this way. The different components, the different parts of your boat. I know this doesn't make sense to you now, but clean cut holes and the use of glue will make sure that your toy is more secure, which in turn goes back to safety. And you can use a pillar drill to do so. So this will be on the exemplar. So I'm just going to slowly try and show you on the camera what I've done so far. I realise it looks a lot, but you can take this how you want to. What I don't want is for you to copy this exactly, okay? So we've got our design challenge, and then we've got our keywords, target market, high quality, and minimal materials. So minimal materials, I've gone off and talked about the different types of wood, all the different types of materials that you could use. For target market, we focused on parents of young children, and then split this off to their different categories, maybe what toys they like and different types of boats. And the parents of young children, I've only briefly done it, but you want to make sure that you focus on safety. Okay, why would your product be safe enough for that parent to buy for their children, sort of thing. So high quality goes into finish and manufacture. Remember, manufacture means making. So finish, like, this would probably be easier for you without me there to focus on the finish, because you can go into detail about how you want to decorate your boat. Like, are you going to do it camo style? Do you want it to be like a glitter princess boat? Do you want it to be based on Peppa Pig? Something like that. Okay, there will be an exemplar on the next page. So once you finish that, you're then welcome to add any little doodles that you think might look nice. So boat, might as well just draw a boat. Yeah, there we go, there's a boat. Take your time if you've got the time. You know, you can draw trees. If you're doing this as a digital file, you're more than welcome to grab some images off the internet to add in, as long as they are relevant. Okay, so make sure that anything that you add is relevant to the design challenge, the design brief. Okay, thank you.